What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Ohio State versus Nebraska Week 9 college football matchup going down Saturday, October 26th, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Well, let's get to this one. Between Ohio State and Nebraska, Ohio State coming in 5-1 on the year, 3-3 against the number. They had their bye week to lick their wounds after a 32-31 loss at the hands of Oregon in their last matchup. While Nebraska comes in 5-2 straight up, 4-2-1 against the number. They followed up their bye week with a 56-7 loss at the hands of Indiana in their last game, and they just came out and got absolutely smoked by the Hoosiers in that one. And it was a game where, Nebraska was competitive early. They were down 14-0, but, Nebraska came out and made it a one-score game, and that was as good as it got, as Indiana basically put their boots on the rest of the way and just kicked the crap out of Nebraska. And that was with Indiana employing a backup quarterback for the better part of the second half in that one, as Curtis Work had gotten injured. But Indiana didn't need to. They ran the ball effectively in that game, put up 215 rushing yards, well over 6 yards per carry in that game. And Nebraska, they were decent, in terms of passing it, but struggled to rush the football. And that's a concern against an Ohio State defense that is still really solid from a numbers perspective. But outside of the game over Oregon, who's really tested them offensively? There really wasn't anyone. I mean, you have Marshall that they were laying 40 points against, that put up 14 against them, and they had allowed 7 points or less in the other 4 games of the season surrounding that 14-point game. But they went into Autzen and got roughed up a little bit, and Will Howard just lost track of the game in the later stages and just had an inexcusable mental error. Do I expect that mental error to be corrected here? Absolutely. When you have 2 weeks to stew on a big loss like that was on a national stage, I can imagine Ohio State's probably not going to be pretty happy. However, while a 5-2 team is not necessarily an opponent for a normal sandwich spot, this feels like a sandwich spot for Ohio State. They've got Nebraska here. They're coming off the loss to Oregon after the bye week. And then next week, they've got a matchup against Penn State, which is going to be big for college football playoff implications. So, I look at this game and I think, could it be, Ohio State potentially looking ahead in this one? I'm not saying Nebraska comes out and wins this game, but 25.5 feels like a ton for a game where Nebraska could easily sneak in the back door, even in a blowout loss. The way this total is set up correlates with a game something along the lines of 34-14 or 38-10 or something like that. But I think this one has potential to sneak in the back door, like a 37-14 kind of game, something where it's close to the number, but Nebraska still sneaks in the back door. And this is still a solid Nebraska team with Dylan Raiola. From a season-long perspective, they're around middle of the pack in terms of passing. So could they find a couple of garbage touchdowns? Maybe. Like I said, this number just feels like a little bit too big for my liking, especially with Penn State on deck for the Buckeyes. So give me Nebraska plus the points in this one. That's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. While you're Pick Dawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.